Well, well, well. Guess who's back in the motherfucking house? And look, I've already done like what, 21 fucking episodes. So if you've got this far, you should know who the fuck I am. But if you randomly just landed on this shit and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? My name is Perry's Ratliff, and I have, hands down, the greatest Backpage stories of all fucking time. And today I want to talk about something that's been sitting heavy on my soul. And that something is Cardi B's vagina. I didn't want it to be true, but god damn it, it's just too many people. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this rapper named Blueface, who was the guy that made that song that should be the Backpage Stories fucking anthem. It's called Tatiana. And everybody and they bust down ass mama made a fucking remix to the song, right? But the official remix involved Cardi B. And they made a video for this shit, right? And during the video shoot, while Cardi B was twerking, allegedly, Blueface said that Cardi B's twerk wind stank. You heard that correctly. He said Cardi B's twerk wind stank. He said that when that bitch started twerking, the whole room started smelling like dead raccoons. Cardi, babe, Cardi, you didn't smell that shit? Your wind stank, bitch. And listen, man, I didn't want to believe it because I love Cardi B. I love her story, but her vagina is a repeat offender. Remember, like a year or two ago, it was this girl that allegedly used to work with Cardi B, right? And she said that it was this customer that attempted to do like a fucking pay to play transaction with Cardi B, right? But when his nose got close to the pussy, his nose was like, what the hell are you? No! 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 And he got the fuck out of there. Now, I know everybody has a bad day sometimes. Sometimes my nuts smell like a ball pit at McDonald's. So I know about the struggle. One time this bitch was about to give me some surprise head, right? And I just let her know. I said, hey. I've been playing PlayStation all day, and bitch, my nuts smell like a hamster's cage. So all the risk is on you, bitch. And she just powered through that shit. You know what I'm saying? She just powered through my fucking nut smell. And this wasn't even like a pay to play transaction. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't pay to play, but I just gave her $20 as an inconvenience fee because I know that my nuts wasn't shit that day. She, goddammit, she was a soldier for them nuts. So I just said, fuck it, here. But this is just my fucking personal feelings. Listen, I'm a man. I supposed to stink, alright? You hoes are supposed to wash, okay? You have to wash your ass. That's how my grandma used to say wash. She should be like, wash up, boy. Did you wash up today? And that's what these hoes need to do. They need to wash the fuck up. And on Cardi B's new song with fucking Bruno Mars, verbatim, she says, your pussy basura, my pussy horchata. Horchata? Bitch, bitch, that might be a yeast infection. I know yeast, and it kind of looks like you may have a fucking yeast infection, bitch. I know what the fuck horchata looks like. Alright? Because a yeast infection kind of looks like fucking horchata. And it smells like fucking clam chowder over there. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I'm disappointed. But Cardi, listen, it's okay because me and every man listening to this shit in the entire world, we would still fuck, okay? I would still put my dick inside, even though I know that I might be putting my fucking dick in immediate danger. I would still fucking do it. Fuck it. You're fucking Cardi B. I'm not ashamed to say that I would still let Cardi B ride my chin after she did 50 jumping jacks. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? My beard might smell like a dumpster at Red Lobster, and I don't give a fuck. Because that bitch is fine and her ass is fat. I'm fucking. And where the fuck is Offset? I mean, neither he or she is denying this shit. I mean, bitch, did your twerk win really stank? Did it stank when you was popping that motherfucker? I need to know. But now it's come out that Blueface is saying that it's all bullshit and that he never said that. But honestly, I think that nigga really said that shit. I mean, it was too specific. It was just too specific. And somehow Cardi B figured out a way to fucking try to sweep all this shit under the fucking rug, because I haven't heard shit. But I will say this, every time I watch that new Bruno Mars video with Cardi B, I be like, God damn it. I mean, because she's sticking her ass in the air in that fucking video, and she fucking rubbing up all on fucking Bruno Mars. And I'm like, damn, was her pussy fucking stinking in that fucking video too? I don't fucking know. This shit got me fucking hurt, man. And speaking of that fucking Bruno Mars video, are we just gonna ignore the fact that fucking Bruno Mars has the fucking Johnny Bravo cut? Are we just gonna act like we don't see that shit? This nigga has looked like Johnny Bravo for at least the last 2 years, and ain't nobody said shit. Am I the only one that sees that shit? Anyway, man, let's just get right to it. This is Backpage Stories, episode 22. And this episode is brought to you by Astroglide. If the pussy too tight and you can't get inside, don't worry, bitch. I got Astroglide. Well, Astroglide did not really sponsor this episode, but they should, because when I run into tight and dry pussy, I just spread the Astroglide on my dick like mustard, and then I take them hoes straight to Pound Town. So, fuck with me, Astroglide. I mean, we could, have some type of partnership. I love you, Astroglide. But anyway, I probably shouldn't be telling this story, but fuck it. How should I start this shit? I'm gonna start by saying this. Backpage has been around since about 2004, maybe 2005, right? And it ended up dying in 2018, and it's been resurrected in other various forms. So this story could have happened 10 years ago or 10 days ago. I'm not gonna say. But I was on this site, right? And we'll just call it Backpage. We'll just call it fucking Backpage. And short story long, I was browsing through Backpage and I came across this bitch that I had been seeing advertising on the site for at least about a year, you know, and I always skipped over her because her ass said that she was up north, and every time I fuck with a bitch from up north, I had to travel at least about like 50 minutes there and back. And when you get up north, it's never fucking parking. So, you know, every time I see a bitch from up north, I'd be like, skip. And, you know, and every time I saw this bitch, I mean, she had the real pretty face and shit. And I was like, damn, I want to fuck this bitch. But that up north shit, it just made me just be like, skip. And plus, she only did in-calls. So when I saw the in-call shit, I just assumed that it would be at a hotel. And if you remember my personal rules and shit, I don't do hotels. That's part of my fucking rules. You know, like I say, I always put my fucking money in my sock, and I never do fucking hotels. And here's why. Cameras, and more cameras. You know what I'm saying? It just screams sting operation. I mean, when I think about that camera shit, it just popped into my head, that fucking Robert Kraft shit. Like, you would never suspect that it's fucking cameras in the fucking massage parlor. I've never seen cameras in the fucking massage parlor. That's why, I don't know, man. Like, I really need to know where the fuck I need to Google it again. Like, what massage parlor was this nigga going to where they are fucking surveillancing niggas? Like, this, I'll get back to that shit another fucking time, man. But that shit's fucking, it's just fucking crazy, man. But like I said, I never go to fucking hotels and shit because it just screams fucking sting operation. The only way I'm gonna fuck a bitch at a hotel is if I pay for the hotel and I take the bitch to the hotel. Cause fuck it, this could be my wife. You don't know who this bitch is. But if you meet a bitch at a hotel, you are presumably putting yourself in some type of danger. Because it's gonna be hard to deny that shit when they can fucking see you. They can look on camera and be like, "Oh, that nigga, this is you right here." Like, "Hey man, I got a fucking body double." Or you can start lying like R. Kelly. "Hey man, that was my brother fucking that bitch." You ever thought about that shit though? Like, R. Kelly said that was his brother fucking a bitch, but nobody ever pressed his brother about that shit. Nobody was ever like, "Yo, is this you fucking that bitch?" I mean, if they did, I've never heard of it. So I don't know, man. That's just the weirdest. It's the weirdest shit. So all of you hotel fuckers, you know, just be careful. Just be careful when you go to these fucking hotels, because I don't want nobody getting popped off, you know, trying to fuck these hoes and going to a fucking hotel. And I'm gonna be honest, man, even when I interview bitches at hotels, in my head I think at least I got this shit on tape. So if the police come in, I'd be like, hey, it was her, officer. I'm just a journalist. I just came here to give an interview. "Well, hey, son, why do you got your dick out?" Well, it was getting kind of hot, and when my nuts get hot, they start smelling like a hamster's cage. So, so I sent this bitch a fucking message, right? And I wasn't even being serious when I fucking sent the message. I was just, I hate to say that I was playing around, but I just sent her a message just to see if she would reply back because I had never sent her a message before. So I sent her a text, and it's the same text I always send bitches. I was like, available? With a question mark after it, right? And immediately she sent me back, yes. And I said, So then I sent her, I was like, hotel? With a question mark. And she sent back, no, my apartment. And that's all the fuck I needed to hear. I said, bitch, what's the address? So initially I wanted to grab me some meat from around my area because I didn't really want to drive that fucking far. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted some quick meat. But since she was trapping at her fucking apartment, I just said, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna get this bitch a fucking try. And she sent me the fucking address, and this bitch ended up being probably about, she was about like 40 minutes away, which was bad, but this bitch was even badder. So I just said, fuck it. It's worth it. You know what I'm saying? I just said, fuck it. I'm gonna go out there. If I can't find parking, I'm just gonna walk up like 2 blocks. I'm just gonna do what the fuck I gotta do. So fast forward, she told me to text her when I was close. So what I started doing was, when I'm about 5 minutes away from a bitch's place, right? I always call the bitch or text the bitch just so I can hear her voice and so I can confirm that she's real. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm just texting a bitch, it could be anybody. You know, who knows what it is. So me talking to the bitch lets me know that it's not the police playing games on the phone, or it ain't some niggas trying to set me up, you know, which could still probably happen though. It still could probably happen. It could be niggas, you know, using the bitch to set, you know, me up, because that shit happens. I told you about that shit that's going on in Chicago with this fucking cash and dash shit. And on top of the cash and dash shit, you'll meet up with a bitch and she'll lure you into a fucking like abandoned building or a fucking abandoned street, and you'll get your ass beat and they'll take your money. So, you know, you always gotta be fucking cautious about that shit. So I called her and she picked up the phone, and her voice seemed like it matched her fucking picture. She sound like a very cute bitch. So everything checked out, right? And let me see. I feel like I'm leaving. Oh shit! Wait a minute. I left out something, right? So I gotta scale back for a second. So what I was about to say. Let me scale back. What I forgot to say is that, you know, when she told me that she was trapping on her apartment, I texted this bitch back. I said, QV? Question mark? And she texts back, brace yourselves, guys. This is big. She texted me back. She said, 60. And I remember specifically, sitting on my fucking couch, and I threw my hands in the air, and out loud, I said, $60? God dang, what? So that encouraged me to take my talents up north. But anyway, I get to the fucking building, right? And she sends me a text message that says, walk through the green door, and once you get into the hallway, it's a second door, and once you get to the second door, I'll buzz you up. And that was cool, but the only problem was the building had fucking 3 green doors. I'm like, bitch, which one is it? So instead of just asking her, like, you know, which which door is it? You know what I'm saying? I had to be a man and I had to try to figure it out myself. So I'm just walking in and out of doors and shit, just looking fucking stupid. But eventually, I didn't figure it out. I still didn't figure it out. So I called a bitch and I was like, bitch, can you please help me? I'm lost. So she helped me out, and now I'm in the apartment, right? And I'm in the apartment, and it's maybe like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And this bitch didn't have on no lights in the fucking apartment. The apartment was dark as fuck. I mean, this bitch had the blinds closed, the lights was off. I was like, man, who the fuck is this bitch? Batman? The only light on in the entire apartment was coming from the fucking television. And that was just enough light for me to see what the fuck was going on with this bitch. So I looked at this bitch and her face was fucking beautiful. I mean, she looked twice as better in person than she did on her fucking pictures, right? And if I had to compare her to anybody famous, I would say that she had the Sanaa Lathan face. She was very attractive, a very, very nice looking young lady. And going back to her ad, according to her ad, she was 26, and this bitch looked like she was probably about 26. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you could tell that she passed that fucking threshold of fucking of youngness. Like, she was still young, but she was, you know, bitches start getting old when they turn 25, man. Like, it's pretty much over for bitches after 25. I'm sorry, ladies, but you know, it's only downhill from there after 25. And you know, but she looked good. She was very cute, but I could see struggle right underneath her eyes. Like, it was bags, and like I could see like the bitch had struggle underneath her eyes. But as far as her body, she was very petite, small titties, small little ass. And that was cool because in my experience, the petite bitches always got that deep. Petite pussy be deep. And petite pussy is usually snug. I mean, when you get that petite pussy, it's usually no ass, all pussy. I mean, sometimes you do run into those little slim, thick bitches, and those are my absolute favorite. I love a slim, thick bitch. I mean, I like medium bitches. I like thick as hell bitches. Sometimes I like fat bitches. But I really do enjoy a nice slim treat from time to time. So we go into the bedroom, right? And she was like, I hope you brought a condom because I ain't got none. And in my head, I was like, bitch, who is this unprepared bitch? I'm like, bitch. I mean, of course I had my own fucking shit, but what if I didn't though, right? I mean, what the fuck was I gonna do? Make a fucking store run? I mean, does Grubhub deliver rubbers? I mean, what the fuck was I supposed to do? And it's weird because I read a guy's story. A guy sent me a story, and the same thing kind of happened to him. Like, these bitches ain't got no fucking rub. Like, bitch, this is your job, bitch. Like, what? This is your job. I am a customer, okay? An escort telling you to bring your own condom is like you going to the weed man and having to bag up your own shit. You be like, you know, hey, I'm about to bag this up, but you do know that after I get done bagging this shit up, I'm gonna beat your ass. You know I'm gonna beat your ass, right? I'm beating your ass, brother. So, what was I? Man, what was I talking? Oh man, I got it. Oh, so I laid down on the bed, right, and as I laid down on the bed, she took the fucking Magnum. Because you know I only fuck with Magnums. Trojan, fuck with me, Trojan. You know I need a fucking sponsor, Trojan. You know what I'm saying? She took the fucking Trojan and she opened it with her teeth, right? And then she rolled the condom down on my fucking dick, and she gave me a very hand and mouth coordinated blowjob. And it was one of the sloppiest blowjobs I've had in a very long time. It sounded like this bitch was stirring oatmeal on my dick. This bitch was making fucking I'm not even making this shit up, man. This bitch was making fucking techno beats on my shit. This bitch was I'm not even I thought a fucking a gang of gay men was gonna bust in the door with fucking flashlights and glow sticks and start doing a fucking Harlem shake in this fucking bitch's room. You know what I'm saying? This bitch mouth was this bitch was techno mouthing the shit out my dick. You know what I'm saying? And when the head was over, she was like, "You can only fuck me from the back because my headboard is loose and it makes too much noise and I don't want my neighbors all in my business." So I was like, alright, but I knew deep down in my soul I was still gonna ask for some of that fucking in-between action anyway. But I'll get to that in a fucking minute. So she pulls off her pants and she bends over. And when she bends over, I get a quick whiff. It's not stinking pussy, but it definitely was a smell that let me know that pussy was in the room. It wasn't musty. How do I explain this shit? It was right in between smelly pussy. Like it was right there, but it was a smell that said, "Hey, you know pussy in the room, right?" That was the smell that hit my nose. It wasn't unpleasant. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it. It wasn't unpleasant, but so she took her pants off and she bent over the bed, and my dick had so much spit dripping off it that it slid right the fuck in. And just as I guessed, her pussy was snug as shit. Alright? So I started nigga. I grabbed that bitch's that little ass waist, right? And I started to beat the fuck out this bitch's pussy, right? I mean, because the spit and the pussy juice just started mixing together, and her hole was so fucking sloppy. Like her pussy hole sounded like I was fucking a whoopee cushion. This bitch's pussy was like I was slam dancing the shit out that hoe, right? I was like, bitch, fuck your headboard and fuck these neighbors, bitch. I don't live here. And I can tell that she was trying to some way stop the force so the fucking headboard wouldn't be making no fucking noise. And I could also tell that she was trying to be a fucking G and take the dick like a man. But I did notice that I broke that bitch a few times because sometimes when I was hitting it, she was like, oh. And I was like, hell yeah, gotcha, bitch. So I knew that I had this bitch in a state of digmatism. So while she was digmatized, I didn't even ask. I just flipped this bitch over and I climbed in between. Even though she said that we couldn't do it like that. You know what? Should I be saying this? No, that wasn't. She invited me to. I'm trying to figure out. Well, listen. She didn't mind. I'll just say that she didn't mind. Okay, she was okay with me doing some in-between action, even though she initially said no in-between action. Yeah. So anyway, I climbed in between, right? And I proceeded to do my finisher move. But I guess the digmatism wore off on this bitch because she had her own move that I had never seen before. I'm guessing that she didn't like getting intimate with her fucking customers. So she had a fail-safe move that just fucked it all up. Now, I'm trying to figure out the perfect way to explain this shit. Okay, I'm just gonna explain it with the fucking truth, okay? Every woman listening to this shit right now, or better yet, every woman that has ever fucked for goods and services knows that there is two types of pussy. There's boyfriend pussy and leisure pussy. I prefer boyfriend pussy. Yes, I just met you 20 minutes ago, bitch, but can I please have some boyfriend pussy? So, I'm with this bitch, right? And I'm trying to get me some fucking boyfriend pussy. And for you to get what I'm talking about, you're going to have to use your fucking imagination for this one, okay? This bitch takes her hands and she interlocks her fingers behind her head, right? And she interlocked her fucking fingers so fucking tight. You know what I'm saying? It just made her fucking arms stiff as shit. And then she pointed her elbows directly in the fucking air. You know what? This is what I want you guys to do. I want you to lay down on your back right now. And I want you to try this shit for yourself. I want you to fucking take your fucking fingers, lock them behind your head, and point your fucking elbows in the air and make your shit as stiff as you fucking can. That's what the fuck this bitch did. Because I want you to know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So, anyway, I'm trying to fuck this bitch. But basically, this bitch is in my way. I'm like, hey, bitch, get out my way. I'm trying to fuck. Would you get out my way, bitch? I cannot fuck with you in my goddamn way. So, I tried to move the elbows out the way with my chin, but this bitch had a lot of upper body strength. I mean, her core was amazing. I could not move this bitch's elbows. So I couldn't get in quite how I wanted to. So I don't know, man. At some point, I just, me trying to struggle to get in like how I wanted to. Like I started to feel very Harvey Weinsteinish. So I was like, you know what, man? Let me just wrap this shit up, man. So somehow I wheeled out a nut. Yes, I wheeled out a nut. Because I was not going to leave that place without busting. I said, fuck it. I've wasted too much money all these other times. Because I've done that shit before, man. I left without nothing. I'm not going to do that shit this time. Even though it was $60. Oh, shit. I forgot to mention that when I got to the fucking place, right? Since I drove 40 minutes, I had told the bitch, I was like, you know what, I drove all this way. I think instead of doing a quick visit, I want to just do 30 minutes. And I was like, so how much for 30 minutes? And she was like, oh, it's still 60. And nigga, my heart almost jumped out my fucking chest. Like, wait a minute. So your quick visit and your fucking half is 60? Bitch, what? This bitch is hustling wrong, but shit, listen, I can't turn down a fucking bargain. I like a fucking bargain. I need a bargain bitch. You know what I'm saying? I like bargain bitches. These are the Toyotas of the fucking escort world. But Anyway, yeah, I got me some bargain cooch. I mean, I still can't believe that, it was for the fucking 60. But back to my fucking story, man. So I wheeled out a nut, and after I wheeled the nut out, I was ready to leave. And this bitch was very hospitable. This bitch, she brought me a towel. This bitch offered me something to drink. And I'm gonna be honest, I was fucking impressed. I'm not even bullshitting. I was like, hey man, bitches don't usually do this shit, So I took the towel, but I didn't take none to drink because I didn't trust that bitch's refrigerator. Her house, it wasn't in terrible condition, but I don't know, man. It looked like Freddy Krueger. Like if he had to hang out, he was hanging out in there. That's all I'm saying. Like it's a weird house. So anyway, after I left, right, I was in my car and I started to itch. And as I started to itch, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck is going on? And after like 5 minutes of driving and itching and shit, it dawned on me, right? And it dawned on me fucking hard as shit. I was like, oh no! This bitch gave me something. And I knew immediately what it was that this bitch gave me. This bitch. This fucking rat bastard. She gave me the fucking gift that keeps on fucking giving. This bitch gave me fucking bed bugs, nigga. I was like, this bitch gave me fucking bed bugs. I mean, I got bit on the back of my neck. I got bit on my fucking calf. When I got home, I had to burn my whole wardrobe. I mean, I was mad as shit. I was fucking mad, man, because I could not let fucking bed bugs loose in my fucking house. I mean, I tell people all the time, listen, I would rather have mice. I would rather have roaches. I would rather have mice and roaches versus bed bugs. I don't want none of them shits. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to pick from the three, nigga, just double up with the mice and roaches and fucking, you keep the fucking bed bug, man. Fuck that shit. Like, I do not fuck with bed bugs, man. But that's the price you pay for going to strange hoes' houses. That's just what the fuck happens. So what did we learn today, guys? We learned to always wear bug repellent when you go into these hoes' houses. Some of these hoes' houses are more dangerous than jogging naked through the rainforest. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm fucking saying. You know what? I went kind of long with that fucking story. Well, it wasn't that long, but I went longer than I fucking intended on going. Well, actually, I did, man. I think that was pretty fucking modest. You know what I'm saying? That was fucking pretty modest. That was shorter than most of my fucking stories, I think. But as I said on the last episode, I did want to read some of you guys' stories because I know that you fucking guys got some good ass fucking stories, and I think I don't know, man. I just think it's interesting just to hear what you guys got going on in your fucking Backpage lives. So, without further ado, man, I mean, fuck it, man. I'm about to just jump right into some of this shit that some of you guys sent me. And I think I'm gonna call this fucking segment, instead of story time, I'm gonna call this fucking segment Hoary Time. Right? Huh? Hoary Time. I think I like that. Hello guys, are you guys ready for Hoary Time? I don't know, Horry Time. That kind of sound like Robert Horry, like Horry Time. I'm gonna get sued by fucking Robert Horry. Like, hey, you use my fucking. But anyway, man, let me get right into this shit. Here we go. So, okay, so this story comes from a guy that goes by the name of Big Army Guy, and he says, I live in Maryland. So around February 2nd of this year, I was looking for hoes to fuck, so I hit good old. Oh, he said the fucking name of the fucking site. You can't say the fuck. Well, I can't say the fucking name of the site, so I'll just say good old blank. And I came across this little chocolate delight that looked very good. Here is the link to her ad. Okay, so he sent me the link to her ad. Hold on, let me click on it. Let me see what the fuck is going on here. Okay, this bitch, she isn't that bad. She's taking the hey, I'm trying to hide the fact that I got a little pudgy stomach pictures, you know, when they fucking put the fucking arm in front of the pictures. What the fuck is going on with this bitch's titties? This bitch You know what this bitch's titties look like, man? This bitch's titties look like a Build-A-Bear that ain't had the stuffing put in it yet. Like, what the fuck is... This bitch ain't got no meat in her titties, man. This bitch got the Channel 11 titties. But they still big, though, but they ain't got no stuffing in them. Bitch, what is wrong with your tits? Her areolas are big as fuck. Let me tell you, this bitch... She kind of got like a Jill Scott vibe about her, but she a little smaller than Jill Scott. I'll fuck the shit out of Jill Scott too, by the way. Have y'all seen that fucking shit she did with that fucking microphone? That shit was fucking amazing, nigga. She did okay. This bitch is not bad. She's not that bad. Let me go back. Let me see. Except for those titties, man. Them titties ain't shit. So anyway. I hit her up and she said $55 for a quick. God damn, nigga, $55? Nigga, you got you some bargain cooch. Okay, $55 for a quick and $60 for 30 minutes. Hold on. $55 for a quick and $60 for 30 minutes. I mean, either this bitch is pricing her pussy wrong or she just... What the fuck is $5 extra? So how much is this bitch's, how long is this bitch's quick? Is this bitch's quick 25 minutes and then she charge you like $1 for every fucking minute after that and you get to the fucking 60? Like, I don't know, man. This shit don't really make fucking sense to me, but I've never seen a bitch price her pussy like that, but I guess that's how they fucking do it in fucking Baltimore. Fuck it. That's... These Baltimore pussy, wait a minute, and $100 for an hour. I mean, that pause right there, that was me with my mouth hanging open. Because this is the thing, though. At least from what I've seen with these hoes in Chicago and all these other places I fuck these hoes. Now, usually... A fucking hour is like $200, $250. This bitch only want $100. $100 is what most bitches charge for a fucking quick. This bitch has phenomenal prices. Like, her prices are fucking amazing. Now, he says, normally I do quicks for someone new, but since her 30 minutes was only $5 more, I said, fuck it. This nigga thinks like me. Because for $5 extra, nigga, how the fuck can you turn down a fucking bargain? $5 extra for fucking 30 minutes, nigga? My fucking nigga, man. This my man right here, man. This nigga was thinking financially well in this fucking situation. Like, he saw a fucking opportunity and he jumped on it. Salute to you, my brother. So... He says, I got to her room and she looked just like her fucking pictures. So I got naked. I put the $60 down. I got on the bed and she just started to suck my dick, no condom. Wait a minute. She started to suck your dick, no condom? That bitch? Hey, man. On some of those pictures, she had some full-blown pussy pictures, and there was a lot of white shit around her pussy. I know that she's trying to suggest that that's pussy juice, but I know yeast when I see it. I just talked about this fucking shit with Cardi B, so I don't know, man. That bitch might have been sick. So I hope your dick is doing well. She started to suck my dick, no condom or nothing. I was like, well, damn. Okay. He said that shit was fucking great. And after she got me rock hard, she wanted to know if I wanted to fuck. And he said, so she was like, so she was like, I do not have any condoms. He said that she said, normally I charge more for bareback fucking, but I'll let you slide this time. I was in shock. I could not believe that she does this shit for a living and she doesn't have no fucking condom. That's what the fuck I said, man. That's the same shit. Matter of fact, this is the same nigga I was fucking talking about earlier when I was fucking talking about that shit. Like, this nigga went through the same shit that I fucking went through. So, he said, so I had a choice to make. To fuck this bitch raw or go get a condom. Man, please tell me, before I finish reading this shit, man, please tell me. Because I browsed through this shit when he first sent it to me. And, because I got like a few of these shit, so I didn't even remember. I didn't even remember this fucking story. I just remember like bits and pieces of this shit. And I can't remember, man. Did he fuck this bitch raw? So he says, I had a choice to make. To fuck this bitch raw or go and get a condom. Please say he did. So the devil on my one shoulder said, go ahead and fuck her. But the angel on my other shoulder said, are you fucking crazy? What if you get something? Like AIDS? So I listened to the angel and hurry up to the nearest gas station. My nigga. Oh, you scared me for a minute, my nigga. Woo. I thought you was going to just say fuck it and go raw. Because that's what I would have did. Nigga, I'm lazy, man. Once I take my fucking shoes off, that means you had to put your pants back on, your shoes, maybe your drawers. Nigga, that's too much. You had to go down some fucking steps, I would like to imagine. Go to your fucking car. Nigga, that's too much shit. I would say, fuck it, man. I'll take AIDS for 60, Alex. Anyway, he said... so I listened to the angel and I hurried up to the nearest gas station and got a condom and got back and she was there with her sister. What the fuck? Another bitch came in? He says she has a twin and she was like, for $60 more, I could fuck both of them. Nigga, I think I would have coughed up that 60. A fucking threesome for fucking $120? Nigga, that's a fucking deal, nigga. Let me see what they do. So, I wanted to, but I did not have the extra money. So, damn, nigga, you should have fucking hit me up, nigga. I would have cashed app you the fucking $60, nigga, so you could have fucked this bitch. Or maybe he's saying that he didn't fucking, he just didn't fucking have it on him. Maybe he had to go to the fucking bank or some shit. Cause if he's a nigga like me, he probably just went with the fucking money that she asked for. Because, you know, like I always say, man, you never take more money than they ask for. Because you never know if you're gonna get fucking robbed. You never know. So like if you're gonna get my fucking money, you know what I'm saying? You just gonna get this fucking money that I got in my motherfucking pocket, nigga. I am not walking with you to a fucking ATM. Because if we get outside, nigga, I'm yelling police, nigga. I'm gonna Tekashi 6ix9ine my way out this situation. But anyway, let me get back to this shit. For like 60 more, I could fuck both of them. I wanted to, but I did not have the extra money. So anyway, her sister rolled. I'm guessing he's saying her sister got the fuck out of there. And I had the one twin that I was fucking with. I guess that's the bitch that he was fucking with in the beginning. He said he got that bitch to ride him, and he says she is a pro. Let me tell you. Then he says, I hit her doggy style, and he says she had some wet ass pussy. And I made the mistake of looking down, and I could not last after that. Now, I will say this, man. That bitch did have a fat ass, and I'm pretty sure bent over, that ass looked amazing. I mean, despite the yeast, I mean, that ass did look like it might stink just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm pretty sure you had a good time with that, and I probably couldn't have lasted either. So he said I couldn't last after that. He said I promised myself to do both of them when I had the time. So nigga, I hope you end up getting that extra $60 because now you know what you need. And I suggest that you go back and you fuck both of them hoes. That's just my suggestion. Thank you for sending that shit in, my nigga. And man, you did a good job, man, with that bitch, man. You found you a fucking bargain. Man, I went kind of long with that shit. This nigga had a long ass story too. But like I said, it's all good. Let me see. Let me pick another fucking story. Let me see. Who else? Let me see this nigga. Like I said, I got a few of these shits. I think I want to do this nigga right here. Yeah, this nigga just sent this not too long ago. This guy, he goes by Mercenary. What's up, my nigga? So, he said, I frequent the site. You know the name. Of course, I know exactly what you're talking about, my nigga. He says, I have so many stories, but I want to tell you this one. I once got a bitch for $20. Hold on, wait a minute. I once got a bitch for $20. Wait a minute. I gotta read that one more time. I once got a bitch for $20. Nigga, when the fuck was this? In the fucking 30s? Nigga, when the fuck? this nigga's fucking bitches. Nigga, how old are you, Mercenary? You telling me fucking stories from when you was fucking bitches in the 40s? Bitches out here ain't fucking these days for $20. God damn, nigga, what? This must have been a crackhead, nigga. Let's be honest. He said she was on the site, so this is some new shit. He said she was on the site advertising that pussy for $20. A white bitch. Oh, this sounds like a meth whore. Oh, nigga, you fucked a meth whore. He said she was thick as hell with a face only a mother could love. Nigga, it all makes sense now. Nigga, it all makes sense now. This nigga fucked a bitch that look like Burt Reynolds. But for the price, I was jumping in the car right away. Nigga, this is my type of nigga because like I said, man, you cannot turn down a fucking bargain. Because if I would have saw that fucking $20, I would have did the same fucking thing, nigga. Where the fuck is my shoes? Raul, fetch me my loafers. But anyway, when I text and asked if she had condoms, she said no. Wait a minute, this is another fucking bitch without no fucking condoms? What the fuck is wrong with these hoes? Like, this shit is crazy, man. Like, listen, if there are any escorts out there listening right now, get your fucking life together, bitch. Get you some fucking supplies, okay? It's not our job to bring fucking condoms to this fucking shit, bitch. This is your fucking... I'm tired of this shit. Anyway, let me see. What was I at, man? I fucking lost my spot. When I texted her and asked if she had condoms, she said no. But I didn't have to use one if I didn't want to. What? When I text and asked her if she had condoms, she said no. But I didn't have to use one if I didn't want to. Of course I did it though. Nigga. He said that pussy was so damn good. Of course, nigga, because it was raw. He said it was wet and tight. Nigga, if I fucked, nigga, let me see, nigga, if I fucked a giraffe raw, it will feel good, okay? Raw pussy in any form will feel good, nigga. Like, nigga, if you fuck a fucking hyena raw, you gon' nut because all raw pussy feels good. It doesn't matter the species, even if the species is meth head. But anyway, he says the pussy was so damn good. Of course, it was wet and tight. Now I believe you on the fucking wet part, but the tight part, nigga, maybe you just got a fat dick, no homo, because there's no way it's a meth head out here with some tight pussy. That's just my opinion. At least to me it was. Oh, okay. It's at least to you it was. So nigga, maybe you out here giving out that blessed dick, nigga. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way there's a meth head with tight pussy out here. I do not believe that shit. He says she was staying in one of the worst hotels in Channelview, Texas. Holy shit, man. This bitch was in a haunted fucking hotel. Whoa, he said she had children's toys all over the room. I guess she was an unfit mother of some kind. Nigga, you think? This bitch is a fucking meth head. He said, but the ass was fat and the pussy was good. I would like to congratulate you, my niggas. Congratulations, because I'm pretty sure that there's a 100% chance that you got AIDS now, nigga. Let's all get this nigga a hand. He fucked the fucking meth whore raw, nigga. Congratulations. You got something. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't get AIDS or herpes, nigga, you at least caught the common cold from this bitch. There's no way you didn't get something from $20 pussy. Or maybe since she's an unfit mother, maybe the reason that she let you fuck her raw is because she was looking for a baby's father. She was looking for somebody to take care of them goddamn kids, nigga. So she was trying to get you to knock her up, hoping that maybe since you came through and you had that $20, that was probably more money than she'd seen a whole fucking week. So she was like, oh shit, this nigga's a fucking baller. So maybe she was just trying to get you to fucking fall in love with her and, you know, have a baby and marry. I don't know, man. I'm just fucking rambling. I don't know what the fuck, man. But I do know one thing for sure. You gonna die. But I think I'm just gonna end there because this fucking Backpage stories, man, it's fucking going long as shit, man. I wanted to do a few more, but you know, I got a lot of fucking different stories in my fucking DM. But you know, I got some other shit that I want to talk about first. Of course, you know, if you guys want to send your stories in, you know, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram at Paris_Ratliff and keep it brief and get right to the fucking point, just like how these guys did. You know what I'm saying? Those guys did some fucking real good jobs, and I'll read your fucking stories on air. And like I said, man, if you guys got, you know, something you want to say about these stories, jump in the fucking comment section and let me know what you think about these fucking stories. You know what I'm saying? And I'll jump in the fucking comment section too, you know what I'm saying? And we can have a nice little discussion about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So please send me your fucking Backpage stories, man. I would love to read them shits because I know you got some fucking good stories. And also, you know, it doesn't even have to be a fucking Backpage story. Maybe you want to send me a fucking letter just asking me for some fucking advice on some fucking shit, man. Maybe you're fucking having a problem with your bitch, or maybe, I don't know, man, maybe it's hard for you to get some pussy, and I can probably give you some fucking advice, you know what I mean? So just hit me up in my fucking DMs, man, and you know, let's talk about this fucking shit. Or maybe you want to know where the fuck the hoes at. Like I always say, man, same thing, just hit me up in my fucking DMs, and I'll try to direct you in a place where you can get your dick serviced, okay? Yeah, so if you like my Backpage stories, man, you know, also, you know, feel free to subscribe to this shit. But if you don't want to, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Do what the fuck you want to do. And that also goes for SoundCloud. With SoundCloud, all you got to do is fucking type my name in the search box and then just hit the fucking subscribe button. Like I said, you ain't got to do that either if you don't want to. The only reason I tell people to go to SoundCloud is because that's my backup page, just in case This YouTube shit don't work out because I talk about fucking hoes, and this shit might not last. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they gonna end up shutting this shit down one day. So, you know, so like I said, man, just go follow the fucking, you know, follow the shit on fucking SoundCloud. I don't fucking know, man. Oh, and also on SoundCloud, you can hear some exclusive shit like episode 15 that is not available on YouTube. For some reason, YouTube deleted that shit. They gave me a fucking strike. They threw me in fucking YouTube jail for a little while. I don't fucking understand why. Maybe it was because the picture that I posted up there. I don't fucking know. But they took the shit off, so now that shit is only available on fucking SoundCloud. On that episode, I actually interviewed one of the fucking girls that listens to this fucking to fucking Backpage stories. Her name is Donna. You know what I'm saying? I interviewed her, and she sells pussy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And she's actually you know, I'm not gonna get into it, man. You just go listen to it for yourself. Also, what else did I want to do? Oh, I want to thank you guys, you know, for listening, of course, you know, and I want to give a very special shout out to all the people that donated to help out my special, because it took a lot of fucking hard work, and I don't think people understand what the fuck I went through. I mean, I'm just gonna give you a fucking brief synopsis. I mean, first, it all started with Amy Schumer gave me a bunch of fucking money. And, you know, when she gave me all the fucking money, like, I used every dime of that shit, plus my own money, to shoot my own 1 hour stand-up comedy special. And like I said, man, it took a lot of fucking work. And what I had to do was I had to rent out a fucking theater. I had to hire a director. I had to hire a lighting guy. I had to hire a fucking sound guy. I had to hire fucking cameramen. I mean, I hired a juke team to warm up the crowd before I fucking came out and shit. I fucking had to buy a fucking wardrobe for the fucking juke team and shit. I mean, what else I had to do, man? I had to fucking promote on social media. I'm doing all this shit myself, by the way. It's just me doing this shit. I didn't have a fucking team. It was just me. I had to fucking promote on fucking social media. I had to make fucking flyers. I mean, I was handing them shits out personally on the fucking streets. I was standing in front of comedy clubs handing them shits out. I mean, nigga, I was out here fucking working hard as hell, you know what I mean, trying to promote this shit. Also, while I'm doing all that, I'm still working. I'm still getting booked at fucking shows. I'm still doing fucking open mics every other night and shit. I mean, it was just a lot fucking going on, man. I still had to keep fucking going over my material and trying to figure out which material I wanted to do, which material I didn't want to do, and shit like that. Like, it was fucking tough. And even when the fucking special was complete, when the shit was all done, I sat down with the director, and we went frame by fucking frame and edited the shit ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That shit took fucking weeks. I was very hands-on with everything that was involved in my fucking special, man. I had to fucking buy a fucking beat, you know, for the instrumental to put on my fucking special as intro and outro fucking music. I had to buy that shit. I forgot about that shit. And then what else I fucking do, man? So even after all that shit was done, man, when that was done and I had the shit edited and shit like that, I started talking to fucking agents and distribution companies, because the goal was always Netflix, okay? Netflix was always the goal of my shit. But everybody was giving me the fucking runaround, and, like, you know, I start talking to motherfuckers, and then they're just, like, the communication just fucking stopped, and motherfuckers was too fucking busy and shit. So eventually I got offered a deal. I got offered a deal from a major distribution company, and they were like, so what do you want? And I said, listen, I did all the work. The special is done. It is TV ready. You don't have to do nothing but distribute my shit. Okay? That's all you gotta fucking do. And since I did all this shit myself, I said realistically, I would like $100,000 for my special. But I'll settle for 30. And if you can get it on Netflix, I'll be completely honest with you, I'll do the shit for free, because this shit was never for money. Like, I don't give a fuck about the money. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted people to see my special because I worked so hard on this shit. I just wanted it on a fucking major platform. I could have put the shit on fucking YouTube, but I don't know. I felt that was kind of fucking generic. I wanted that shit like on a major streaming service that, you know, like a fucking Netflix or something like that. So what they ended up doing was, this major distribution company, they ended up offering me a fucking audio deal. And with the audio deal, they would pay for like all the promotion and shit like that. But, you know, let's just say they gave me fucking $20,000 to put towards promotion. When I started making money from streaming, they would want that money back. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get that money back, then that's when I start making money. And on top of that, they wanted complete ownership of all of my audio. That was part of the fucking audio deal. They would distribute the shit to all fucking streaming platforms that had audio and shit like that. But they would own my fucking audio. So basically, if I wanted to try to sell my special to somebody else, or if I wanted to get on like specific platforms, I could only sell the video without, like, the video, no audio. I could just sell the visual, because I would own the visual, they would own the audio. Does that make sense? So obviously that was a fucking bad deal. I wanted to own all my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I made this shit. You know what I mean? I paid for this shit. This is my shit. These are my words and all that type of shit. So I said, fuck that. So I backed out of that fucking deal. So then I ended up hiring an entertainment lawyer. I mean, I talked to other agents and still nothing. I mean, I've been in talks with, you know, like some big distribution companies, and the shit just wasn't falling through right, because they was talking about, you need to build your following up. And once you build your following up, you know, we could fuck with you, because, you know, we only deal with major projects and shit like that. So, you know, over the last year or so, I mean, I started getting more people paying attention to my shit. Like, you know, like Backpage stories, for instance. Like, you know, I don't do this shit to try to get people, to try to get followers and shit. Like, I do this shit because this is just my fucking life, and I just like talking about this shit. And people gravitate towards it. You know, hey, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know that there's a lot of people out there like me. So, the following thing, it didn't really spike too much, so they just backed out of that shit with me. And they was like, nah, you know, you're not like a fucking Instagram star or no shit like that. Nobody really fucking knows you. And I'm cool with that. I don't mind being fucking underground. It is what it is. So finally, you know what I mean, I got sent to a fucking Netflix Connect. I don't even remember how I did this shit. I just kept trying. And finally I got hooked up with a Netflix Connect. And, you know, they pitched my special and shit like that. But then they took a look at my fucking following on like Instagram and fucking, you know, YouTube and shit like that. And they was like, well, you know, you don't have a big enough following. And I was like, oh man, this shit again? I was like, but, you know, what about, you know, just the material and the fucking, you know, my special looks beautiful. What about that shit? You know what I'm saying? And they was like, you know, they was like, your special, you know, it looks good. I mean, it's funny, but you don't show enough of the crowd. And I was like, you know, well, what I tried to do with my special was I intentionally tried not to show a lot of the crowd, because personally, man, when I watch specials, this is just my personal thinking. Like, it's always lame to me, like, when the camera pans to, like, the audience laughing and shit. I don't know. It's just personally, I hate that shit. You know, like, on the last Cat Williams special, Something America, like, his last one that's on Netflix. Like, I'm watching that shit, man, and I'm just looking at, like how they keep going to that fucking crowd, man. That shit, I hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? I always hated this shit. So I tried to take the Joe Rogan approach where, you know, I showed a little bit of the crowd, but mostly I just focused on me and what was going on the stage. And they said that like the audience that watches specials on Netflix, they like to feel like they are in an arena or a stadium or a theater. That's why they like to see like the whole, all, you know, like these different angles of the crowd and shit, and the crowd laughing and shit. So they was like, yeah, we can't fuck with it. So I didn't stop. I just kept, you know, I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna put this shit out one way or fucking another. And I'm gonna be honest, man, like I read that Charlemagne the God book, Black Privilege, Privilege, right? And I was like, why wait for somebody to try to give me something? I'm just gonna fucking do this shit myself. I mean, that's what I got from that book. I mean, I'm just being honest. So I promised myself that I would get my special onto a major streaming service, and of course, the Netflix thing didn't fall through. But you know, there's other options out there. There's other places to fucking go. So what I did was I paid a distribution company, and of course, this money, this is what I started the fucking GoFundMe for. I paid a distribution company to scale my special down, to fucking throw some fucking closed captions on there and get my shit into the proper format so my shit could be vendored out there onto these fucking platforms and shit. And all I'm gonna say is that on March 22nd, 2019, my special will be available in homes all over the world. And you know what? Instead of me just talking about it, I'll just show you. Toodaloo, guys.
Raul, fetch me my lotion.
What do you guys hate about people? It's hard being black. You know how hard it is to call the police as a victim? And then when the police get there, now you a double victim? Pow, pow, pow! Freeze! I would definitely get pregnant by Amy Schumer. That's all I'm saying. Amy, can I ask you a question? Did you come in me?
I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
And this is a true story. I'm not even making this up. I was downtown Chicago on Michigan Avenue, right? Full of people. And in the midst of all of these people, there was a homeless man laying on the ground, just like this. And then out of nowhere, he just rose up and said, "Tonight, I'ma suck my dick." And then he just laid back down.